Yo, welcome back to another episode of Action Figure Junkie. I am your host, Mr. Superhero Swag, aka 16 the Icon. Make sure you check me out on Spotify. And today we're going to go over my top 60 figures. These are the figures that if there was a fire and I had to grab only 60 figures, these would be the ones that I hold closest to me for whatever reason. And these would be the ones that I would grab. Now, the ones that I'm showing you right now, this is just the top shelf. This is just the top shelf. And this is Beast, Dr. Hank McCoy. And you see over there in the background, we have the Age of Apocalypse Colossus Build-A-Figure. I love that thing. That thing is dope. And then back here we have Namor the Submariner, classic, comic book accurate. Love it. He's even got his trident. Got him on the flight stand back there. Another triumph was the Destroyer. Came in a 2-pack with Eric Masterson Thor. I love that thing, man. That thing is dope. Man, they did a really good job on Destroyer. This Colossus I got, of course, in the 2-pack with Juggernaut. And, bruh, Juggernaut is one of my top 60 as well. You'll see him in this video. Of course, I got the best friends together, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're just going to go right into Wonder Man. I love this figure as well. All of these figures in this video are figures that I love to death. Like, these are my top 60 figures, dude. Real shit. So you got Wonder Man, Simon Williams. Come over here to probably one of the best, probably one of the top figures of 2024 would be Power Princess. Power Princess is beastly. Love her. Love her. The Gold Iron Man. The Gold Mark 1. Or Model 1. Iron Man. Love that. Finished my Avengers issue number 1 display with that. I just need that spinning hammer effect for Thor. I'm going to grab that. I love this Cyclops. And this Cyclops is one of my most expensive figures. Even though it was on the Bucky cap, this is the Cyclops I grew up with. And so I had to put down that bread for this guy, man. This is one of my higher ticket figures. Jump down in the comments if you don't already know, if you haven't watched the videos up to this point and you don't know how much I paid for this guy. Jump down in the comments and ask me, and I will answer you. And of course, we have to have Jean Grey close to Scott Summers, right? But I've got the Dark Phoenix because the Green Phoenix that they're coming out with will be my new Green Phoenix. I have the old Green Phoenix. She's not really all that easy to stand up. I like this buck, this body for the female figures. I think this is the Shriek body mold. And then they did a beastly job on that hair and the head sculpt. So, you know, she's got her Phoenix on her belt and everything. Comic accurate. This Daredevil, I didn't think I was going to like that because of the cell shading. But then when I got to looking at all the different comic book versions of him, he looks like this pretty much in every page of a Daredevil comic book. So I rock with it. Back there we got Mr. Sinister. I had Mr. Sinister back in the day, the old school Mr. Sinister. And so such an upgrade, I had to grab it. Count Nefaria is one of my favorites. He's new, but he's one of my favorites as well. Just because of how comic book accurate he is, man. Just bruh. And then let's go back here and look at this Ronin. I love that comic book accurate Ronin. Gotta have Ultron, complete with Kirby Crackle. Man, the comic book accurateness, bruh. I'm about to pass out. Y'all might not even see the video, man. Like, God. And then, of course, you know, come on, man. We was all waiting on this cat, right? Victor Creed, Sabretooth, Jim Lee Sabretooth, X-Men animated series Sabretooth, right? Come on, man. You can't have a top video without Doctor Doom, right? Okay, and then, of course, still to this day, one of my favorite figures. Got him for Christmas. Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler. And of course, you knew we were going to have at least one Wolverine, but we probably got more than one Wolverine. But this is first appearance Wolverine. I coveted this figure for a long time. This is the very first appearance of Wolverine. This is how his mask looked. It was a lighter blue, still had the tiger stripes that we all know and love, but the mask was much different than what we are used to now. But this is Hulk 181 Wolverine, like the very first time we ever saw this cat. So I love that figure. And then we're going to go down to this second shelf. In the second shelf, we're going to talk about Icarus. In the background, Captain America. We got Power Man. I'm waiting on that Iron Fist right now. And as soon as I do the video for that, this guy will be in the video. Because when I grew up, Luke Cage wasn't all, you know, hip with the goatee and the bald head. He looked like a damn fool with the yellow disco shirt. And whatever type of crown this cat put on. Like, what is that, man? What is that? Okay, in the back we got Vision. And you come over here and we got Lady Bullseye. I just love the design. Like, her whole suit is basically a bullseye. It's fucking dope. Man, that's dope. I like the design of her suit. Yondu. Yondu's up here for comic book accuracy. I don't have an arrow. I don't do the X-Acto knife and cut their fingers so they can hold the arrow. I'm going to do it, but I haven't. I haven't done it. And as simple as this figure is for Kang, I've wanted it for a long time. I went ahead and grabbed it because he was a little cheaper now. And it is just, the only word I can say for it is elegant. It's still dope. Very posable. The whole like ab rocker thing instead of the crunch, it works with this. This right here is where I can understand not breaking up the aesthetic for articulation. This I get. That new Rogue, I do not. I am still pissed about that. Seriously. Then, of course, you got your classic Rogue. Everyone loves that. Speaking of Rogue, right? And, of course, you got Jim Lee Cyclops. I got the cell shaded boy because the cell shading isn't so defined that it's a big problem. One of my more coveted figures. I was trying to make my own, kit bash my own, and they finally gave me Angel. Warren Kenneth Worthington III is in the building. Sam Wilson as Captain America. Just grabbed him, Target exclusive. I didn't do the wings. He's got the wings. You saw that in another video. But he takes up way too much real estate on the shelf when he's got the wings. And then we got Blade back there. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Professor Charles Francis Xavier is up here. And then the new Astonishing Wolverine is up here with them dope claws. Please keep doing all the claws like that, man. They actually look like blades instead of little silver toothpicks. I like that. See how they did? Man, such a good figure. Such a good figure. Hair on the arms and everything. Nice head sculpt. One of my favorite Iron Men this year. Definitely dope. I seen a bunch of cats do different alterations to him. And, you know, I can deal with factory. I can deal with the factory setting. I'm not really a customizer like that, so I can deal with factory settings. Feel me? And then there's Black Panther. Yes. Classic, comic book accurate Black Panther, cape and all. In the back there, we got Molecule Man, one of my favorite comic book accurate. Well, yeah, you're going to hear that a lot. Figures. Hawkeye, highly sought after, coveted. I wanted him. I didn't put the Sky Cycle in there, but that was a nice touch, Hasbro. Thank you. Thank you. Sought after figure again. Jennifer Walters is back here in the background with her inadequate ab crunch, but she still looks really good. Tombstone looking quite dapper. Let's get some more suited bodies. Let's get a Luke Cage suited body. Oh, and even though I like that thing, you know, with the whole neck thing, I really want to be able to interchange other heads onto figures like this, so please don't do that again. Black suited Spider-Man will always be one of my favorites. You can't. I'm always going to have him as one of my favorites, period. Okay, so I'm going to go like a big cursory glance at this shelf, because this was shelf number 2. All right. And now let's drop down to this third shelf, and boom! As soon as you get down here, the first thing you see pretty much was Juggernaut. Because, yeah, that 2-pack was one of my favorite 2-packs. Callisto's down here because that whole fight in the X-Men comic book between her and Storm in the sewers, in the Morlock sewers, bruh, one of my favorite issues. I have that issue in the game room. I have that issue. Toad was a triumph. Look at that. Look at Mortimer. Look at Mortimer with his nasty butt. Look at him. Bruh, he killing them right now. Gorr the God Butcher. I love the comic book figures, bro. I do. I do. Original, man. 80, bro. This Iron Man reminds me of the Iron Man I had back in the day with the little janky Secret Wars action figures, man. Shout out to San Diego Comic-Con next week. And hopefully we'll get a whole Secret Wars wave with these new updated boys, right? Look at the Brood figure right there. I got to grab some more of them, too. Because, you know, these are like army builders. It's a bunch of those. Kitty Pryde, a.k.a. Shadowcat. My favorite Storm figure, her with the mohawk. We got Jack-O-Lantern. I love this figure because of the chainmail, the green on green, just the comic accuracy, the little pumpkin bombs on his belt. You can detach one. The translucent flame effects on the pumpkin face, bro. Juggernaut is still beastly. My Thor figure will always be one of my favorites. Shout out to Tony Davis, you know why. And then Magneto was right, bro. Magneto was right. No bullshit. Silver Surfer. Hey, what's up, Norrin? Norrin Rad. You got Ant-Man down here. So classic, so beautiful. Good job on that helmet. Very nice. Karnak. I didn't expect to get a figure for Karnak. And now that I have 3 of the Inhumans, I'm waiting, chomping at the bit to get the rest of the Inhumans. Yep, that Cable did make it onto the list. I like that Cable. I like that whole aesthetic, the way he's got it going on. Ulick the Troll back there. Apocalypse. Hulk back there. Havoc. Those effects for Havoc, bruh, that is so dope. I like when they do stuff like that because you can use it for other characters too. Use it for other characters. But seriously, this shelf is in my bedroom because this is my top 60. These are my top 60 favorite figures. So I'm going to do one last glance at this shelf. And then we'll go to the second shelf. and the first shelf, and then the video will be over. Yep, so this is my top 60, and be on the lookout for my entire collection video. That video will have to be in 2 parts because I did inventory in preparation for the video for my entire collection, and I discovered I have over 500 figures in the house. I have over 500 action figures, and I have more coming because Scar, Son of Hulk, is on the way. Got the Shield 3-pack on the way. Lady Thor on the way. And Iron Fist and Luke Cage on the way. Right? Alright. This was a little longer video because I actually had to, you know, give everybody their due. Give everybody their camera time and respect because I love these characters, love these action figures. These are my favorites, my top 60. Alright. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This has been another episode of Action Figure Junkie, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Ah!